Hello, my friends. This is Troy Stone King. This is the 1 second decision that will destroy or save your marriage. The 1 second decision that will destroy or save your marriage. When you're in a conversation with your spouse and something comes up that is not something that you necessarily agree with, when you're discussing an issue that you don't agree with, you have really one or two ways to process this. The problem with decisions that you don't agree with is they either affect you in a weak way or in a strong way. What I mean by that is you're going to have a reaction that is easy and slow and manageable, or you're going to have a very quick reaction. And if that reaction is potentially negative, then you'll have a serious problem in your relationship. When something comes up that you don't agree with and the reaction is strong, then what will often happen is that you will react in an angry fashion. And you'll say something, or I'll say something that's biting and rude and not something that we would want to have happen. And if I continue that pattern of every time something negative comes up that I don't agree with, and my response is biting or rude or degrading, then that single decision that takes a second will eventually start to pull me away from my lovely bride and start to have a strong negative effect on our relationship. I want you to think about something. The last time that you were involved in a discussion and you had a strong negative reaction, did you feel the briefest of time, the briefest pause between when you felt the emotion and when you actually reacted? You see, when something happens that affects us emotionally, there is a point in time, and it's short, and that's why I call this the 1 second decision. It's a very short opportunity for you to decide how you're going to handle this. The problem is, most of us don't make a decision there. We go to our default reaction. And often our default reaction is angry. Or our default reaction is to attack. But I want you to think about the fact that there's always a brief opportunity to choose to act in a way that is caring and thoughtful and loving. You see, built into each one of us, is a bit of a conscience that lets us know when we might be about to take a negative step, when we might be about to do something that we will regret eventually. The problem is, many times we've so often made the default decision to react in an angry way, or just accept the emotion and go with it, that we don't hear that pause. We don't feel that pause. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. We don't notice the pause anymore. It's still there, but we don't hear it. We don't react to it. Let me give you, first of all, the fact that I've reminded you that there's a pause there, I hope echoes in your mind every single time that something that is strongly potentially negative hits you. I want you to hear in your head, oh, there's the pause. Here's my chance. Here's my chance to either A, let my emotions rule, or B, let my apologies, friends, had just a brief disconnection there in my wireless. So you have that opportunity to either let your emotions rule or to let your love rule. Here's another pause opportunity. When you're about to do something that can negatively affect yourself or your relationships. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're a person who's dealt with some kind of addictive behavior in the past. That addictive behavior might be controlled substances like drugs, it might be alcohol, it might be pornography, but you've dealt with an addictive behavior in the past. And every once in a while you're tempted to go back to that, or maybe frequently you're tempted to do that. But if you listen carefully, if you pay attention, the pause is also there. You have an opportunity to go, oh, wait, I could decide to not do this. If you're a person of faith, and you want to make that pause longer, then pray. Prayer makes the pause longer. Meditation makes the pause longer. And here's why. Prayer and meditation make you more aware. They increase your mindfulness. They allow you to pay more attention to the moment. When you're paying attention to the moment, you hear the pause, the opportunity to make the good decision that will help you, that will help others that you're in a relationship with. So what's the 1 second decision that can destroy or save your marriage? It's to hear that pause right before you react and to make the decision to not react, but to be proactive. The decision to make the positive move, to react in care and concern and love, rather than to react with the emotion that's welling up inside of you. If you take advantage of the 1 second decision over and over and over, not only will it save your marriage, but it will allow you to have the most beautiful marriage that you can imagine. My friends, thank you for the time that you've taken to watch this video. And I do want to let you know that I've got a coaching slot open for a paid coaching client. If you'd like more information on that, no obligation at all, drop me an email live@troystoneking.com. That's live@troystoneking.com, or send me a private Facebook message. Thank you, my friends, for your time. Those of you that joined part of the way through or just here at the end, welcome. I'm glad you're in on it. Hey, Cousin Joe, how you doing? I'm glad you guys are here. Feel free to, as soon as I'm done with this, go back and watch the full video. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.